Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry, I will make my presentation in English. Yeah. I was going to talk about the economical implications of climate change in Israeli agriculture. I'm going to provide some empirical findings for whom who are familiar with the statistical model. It would be easy for them. For whom are not, I will try to make things simple as much as I can. So, the empirical research for providing evidence about global warming is a well-known fact, okay? And quantifying the financial impact of global warming on crop production, there is a critical gap in the research. There is a lack of climate change impact, economical impact assessment for the climate change. In Israel, there is a salient lack of research to quantify the economic impact of global warming on crop production. And our main goal is to translate the climate change domain into an economical range. Okay? Our goal is to provide the decision makers with practical recommendation to deal with the economical consequences of climate change in agriculture. So generally, research in this field use data from simulation, laboratories, from simulation examining the relationship between temperature and the growth function of the crop, or simply analyzing the data, observed data, at a large scale, at the state or the county level. This finding may provide biased estimation and accurate estimation, and we try to quantify the economic impact of climate change on crop production using observed data at the parcel or at the locality level. Okay? So analyzing observed data at the micro geographic level will provide more accurate and unbiased estimates. So the source of the data, a well-known fact that in Israel farmers are insured by the insurance fund of natural risk in agriculture, CANAT, in Hebrew. This insurance company, providing insurance since decades, and CANAT has a unique insurance arrangement under which 100% of farmers are covered under insurance. From the statistical point of view, we have a sample that represents the whole population. Okay? The insurance policies record accurate data at the plot level, including the insured details, location of the plots, crop type, production technology, premium, liability, yield loss, and payment, of course. And we utilize this unique data, okay, to estimate the economic implication of climate change on local crop production. So, just to illustrate the idea, the black dots represents actually cultivated plots, and as you can see, they are everywhere. They are distributed everywhere, and the database actually provide us about the insurance data about the risks, and as we can see that the risk distribution, including storms, diseases, climate events, frost, rain, hail, but the main idea is that most of the risks came from the winter. not from the summer. As we observe that there is a structural shift in risk, starting the year 2012 actually, there is a huge shift in the risk, and we're asking actually whether this shift is related or associated with climate change. So the empirical setting data, we use the observed panel data. Panel data is to follow year by year the parcels, starting from the 1993 to 2016, at the parcel level for citrus and at the locality level for other branches. Okay, we have available data at the parcel level, citrus branch, and the locality level, settlement level, for other branches. And this data is covering actually the main crop production in Israel, citrus, fruits, vegetables, field crops, and other. And we use this observed, and we use also the observed temperatures as proxy of global warming. We take the max temperature and the mean temperature. So just to put it in theoretical framework, as to make the identification. Actually, I'm sorry for the math. Actually, we define the dependent variable as the conditional mean of risk given all the information. Okay. Actually, imagine that we define it as the average risk given the same farmer, the same locality, the same crop type, the level of coverage of the insurance policy, and the weather data. Okay. We take control about all the explanatory variables, and we suppose that the time variation of the expected risk is explained, is related, is associated with climate change. So actually we are, instead of estimating the severity of the risk, we estimate the frequency of the risk. Okay? We just ask what's the probability that a given farmer in a given locality that has a given crop, is the probability is growing by time. The probability of setting a claim, filling a claim, is growing by time. We use some economical statistical procedure. We run a model of generalized linear model. This model is supposed to provide us with unbiased and accurate and consistent estimation because the risk is defined as a non-negative number. Okay? So our main findings, we run different models, OIS, simple regression, logic, and Gaussian, and other models. We enter as explanatory variables control on the policy, the minimum temperature, the maximum, and the fixed effect for a year. We use also fixed effect for settlement and the citrus variety. But the main idea is here that if we look at the year 2030, if you observe that the coefficient is flipping, is switching from negative to positive. It's flipping from negative to positive, and this is consistent with the graph I showed you previously. We have some shift in the risk starting the year 2012. Okay. And if we make a prediction from these models, we see that there is a sharp prediction of the risk that is growing over time. Of course, it's starting from the year 2012. have a huge jump in the risk according to less model and model and less from the bottom model. So just to conclude from these findings, actually within 10 years, the total risk in the insurance of citrus industry will increase by almost 10%. This is dramatic growth of risk. Of course, keeping all other variables constant. I didn't take scenarios about acceleration of climate change or other scenarios. I assume that if we keep all the variables constant, this is what we are going to get. I ran another model, but this time at the locality level, not at the parcel, block level. This time I take all the branches in Israel, at the locality, at the settlement level. It's still accurate. I got all the controls, control for the policy, weather, and fixed effect about all the branches, citrus, vegetables, green flowers, and so on. And the interaction between these branches and the inverter and the locality fixed effect. We have enough observation and we have fair answer. But what interesting us is the coefficient of care. Okay? This coefficient is positive, is significant, indicating that the risk is growing over time. Okay? This is the meaning. This is the translation of this coefficient. So from if I translate this number, okay, to economical domain, this means that climate change loss to Israeli agriculture is estimated to be about 5 million new Israeli shekels annually. Again, keeping all the other variables constant. Actually, if we talk slowly about this number, it seems to you it's negligible. But if these numbers are accumulating because of the dynamic nature, imagine how this number will be about 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Just to conclude, we quantify the economic impact of climate change on crop production using observed data at the parcel and locality level. We found that the risk directly related to climate change in agriculture is increasing over time. Our finding could have some implication on the crop production, crop insurance policy design, food security, food. And the good news, although the increase in the risk, this significant number is still manageable. We can manage this number by insurance, by expanding the insurance policies, or helping the farmers to adapt to the risk. These findings also we have to make a call for the government intervention. I have to say that climate change from the economic perspective, it's actually a negative externality and the market failure. Since market forces cannot rise the threat of this negative, and market failure always calls for government intervention. These problems will not be solved by the market. And climate change is also known that it's considered one of the greatest threats to economic stability. And unfortunately, the failure of governments generally tend to avoid directly facing the problem. That's any questions?
Thank you, Dr. معمر. It was a lecture on statistics. This is for my students. Be sure that we need that. I have a question. Maybe after you. Okay.
Thank you for the lecture, but because you were just statistic and calculations, but there is a phenomena that showed that 2012, 2013, this jump. Can you explain it in reality? Why this jump? And after 2013, it's really the curve jumping up immediately. Is there a reason you saw in reality to explain this jump of equation?
As an insurance expert, we use a lot of statistics to set premium. Okay? To set premium, you have to take all the history, all the non-history, some averages and to make the policy. But in these years, 2012, 2013, and so on, we have natural phenomenon that ever seen, ever observed in history. Okay? It's actually mess up all our models to make a calculation, to make a premium calculation. And this is actually the motivation. This is the main motivation. This is motivate us to make this research, to ask whether this matter of chance we have simply unlucky, or it can be explained by climate change. And this is exactly the findings of the presentation. If we carefully make the model, build the model, we can capture the climate change. We find actually there's significant climate change that affect the Israeli agriculture sector.
Okay.
To reduce the risk economically, would that make sense to bring down the premium, and is that happening?
Yeah. Farmers, they adapt actually to the risk. They switch to greenhouses and put some nets and adapt the technologies. And they are the premium is if we observe that the risk actually is going down, the premium is going down. Actually, we have a problem because this question, the premium, actually, in the last years, jumping, so growing. But in some farmers adopt technologies to cope with the risk.
Okay, my question is the view for the future. You didn't include in your model the expenses of robotics, genomics, artificial intelligence, new water resources, and how that can be calculated and to give an accurate expectancy for the impact of climate change on the farmer sectors.
Actually, this is good ideas, but our modest research, we just tweak it to make this research. Yeah, it's good ideas.
It's not so much just looking to the last 10 years, the compensation compensation to the growers. I understand that millions of shekels were compensated to growers. Is it due to natural disasters, which is not included within the climate change effect? So this is a different issue. It's not the same. I mean, the banana growers, the apple growers, pear growers, the grape growers that be compensated for flooding and other issues. Is not included within the 5 million. It's something else. Natural disaster.
It's the marginal growth risk top on all the non-natural risks. We are no. Not to us, but zero. This is the marginal. The residual. This is associated purely with climate change.
Thank you, معمر. تفضل تصدير بالك بالعتبة. I called for Muammar's superior, former superior, in the Minister of Agriculture.